Today we have a 2006 Honda Accord. It's gonna get a wash and a polish, and we're just doing our walk around. As we see, there's some paint that has already peeled off, but we're not worried about that. We're just gonna take care of basically this black film. Some of it rubs off, some of it doesn't. So we're gonna take care of this. Question is, can you detail in the rain? Yes and no. Polish in the rain. What we're doing is getting the car wet anyway. So that much we can already say yes to. As we see the hood here, all this black. That's what we're going to be dealing with. So this is our walk around. Taking care of these tires, brake dust, all on there. Okay, you can look at that one. You see the rear is looking better, but we'll be taking care of all that. We're gonna be focusing on the exterior. So the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and foam it up. You hear the thunder. So we're not gonna be working out here when it's thundering and lightning, but we're gonna go ahead and prep it. So we're gonna take our foam cannon, and it has not your regular detergent, it has your dish detergent in it, because we're going to strip it down so that we can go ahead and take off all the waxes or anything else that might be on there. After we foam it the first time, we're going to let it sit for a little bit, then we're going to rinse it off, and then we'll foam it again, and we'll go ahead and start the contact wash, as well as using our clay mitt to remove as much of the black particles on the paint as possible. Just wanted to get a close-up of the buildup under the spoiler here. So we're going to be taking care of all that as well. Okay, so it's foamed up. So the rain isn't gonna hurt this process, so that's why we can do it in the rain. After we get ready to do the dry and the polish process, we'll move it over here under the carport where it won't be wet. Okay, we've let the detergent sit on there for a bit, so we're gonna go ahead and do the first rinse. Okay, so what we did pretty much was just remove the top layer of dirt, and now we're gonna refoam it and do the contact wash. Okay, I went ahead and pulled it under the carport just so my camera wouldn't get wet, and it looked like when I pulled it under the carport it stopped raining so much. But in any case, we're under here and we're about to do the second foaming. I'm only gonna show doing half of the car just to keep the video short, and know what I do on one side I'm gonna be doing on the other side as well. Okay, we're gonna start our contact wash. But first we're gonna use the clay pad. This is the clay pad, and it'll start removing some of the black particles that were ingrained into the paint. Okay, so we clayed one side, we're gonna go ahead and rinse it and see how that turns out. Okay, it's looking better. Now this wouldn't just wash, so that's why we're gonna polish it as well. So we're gonna repeat the clay process as necessary, and we'll continue that around the rest of the vehicle. I really want you to see how this hood is going to turn out, because this is really kind of ground in. Now the hood, as you saw, I put detergent on it already, and it's still on there, but you can't see it because it's so black. Now with a sponge, just regular washing, you see that is not coming off. Okay. Now with a clay mitt, you can see how it's just pretty much breaking all that dirt up. Okay, so we're just going to continue doing that on the whole hood, and it should be looking pretty good next time we come back to it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the tires. We're going to go ahead and put our tire cleaner on there and let it set for a minute. Okay, after it has set for a minute, we'll go ahead, use our tire brush, clean the tires. Scrub them, rinse. Okay. Then if necessary, go back, touch up some spots that may have been missed with the detail brush. So once you've done that, go ahead and move on to the next tire and get it clean, and then we'll do the rest of the 4 tires, and then we'll come back. Okay, so the car has been washed, it has been clayed, the tires have been cleaned. And most of the black flakes or specks or contaminants that were in there have come up, but not all. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and put our clay spray on there, iron remover, and then we'll wash that off, and then we'll dry the car and start the buffing process. Now what you do is you let this sit for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then you wash it off, and it changes colors as it reacts to the iron particles that still may remain after washing and cleaning it. Okay, so you can see that it's turning purple as it reacts with some of the iron particles that still remain. And I can tell you that the spray really smells bad, so it's definitely a good idea to do this outside or where you have plenty of air. So we're gonna give it a couple of minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and basically just wash everything off again. We've given it a few more minutes to react with the iron particles, and you can see it's definitely pulling out some of the contaminants there as it turns purple. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and wash it now. Okay, so it stopped raining. So our next step is to dry the vehicle. And after we dry it, then we're gonna go ahead and start the polishing process. Even though it stopped raining, it's still dripping down from the trees around here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it in the garage. Okay, so the car is dried, and we're about to begin the polishing process. Now you may not be able to see, but the car has a real flat shine to it, and that's because it has been stripped down from all the waxes and protectants that were on it. So we're gonna go ahead and polish and remove the rest of these black specks in here, and we'll restore the shine that it once had. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out our dual action polisher. We're gonna use our Groits liquid wax 3-in-1. We're gonna apply 4 pea-sized drops onto the polishing pad, and then we'll apply it to the vehicle, and we'll start it at a slow speed, and then we'll gradually increase, and we'll go over a section at a time, and we'll continue that process over the vehicle until it's finished. I may have to use different pads just to take off some of the contaminants that were still left from claying, but I'll show you that process when we get there. So I'm applying about 4 drops to the pad. Just kind of rubbing it into the pad a little to prep it. And then I'm going to apply it to the vehicle. Starting off with speed around 3. And then we'll increase the speed. As you saw, I stayed away from the areas that are bad. Once you've gone over a section, then you go ahead and get a clean microfiber towel and just simply wipe off the excess. I usually use 2 towels, but not necessary all the time. I'm just gonna wipe it down. I mean, you can flip it and polish it, buff it. I just use another towel and finish the polishing or the buffing process there. Now it feels nice and smooth like glass. And if I could get you a clear shot, it was kind of faded, but now you see a slight shine back in the paint. And that's what we're going for, to get it nice and shiny again. We're just going to continue this over the rest of the vehicle. Okay, so I changed the pad. Still have the same 3-in-1 Groits wax and polish, and we're just going to try to remove some of these black marks that's still in the paint. And if this combination doesn't work, I'll go to a stronger polish and go from there. All right, here we go. Okay, pretty good job. What remains are pretty much chips. So this combination of pad and the polish is working out pretty good. Okay, so I did change the polish and go with a deeper cut polish, and then I went back over it with the 3-in-1 wax. So you see the shine is back. It was a dull complexion, but now the shine is there. It is washed, it is polished, it's good to go. Tires are cleaned. So the black particles that were in there pretty much came out pretty good. And the roof also came out pretty good. So there you have it. 2006 Honda Accord Coupe, 2-door. It has been exterior cleaned and polished.